Friday Night Lights, and we're at Carroll High School. Lambert Field is the site of our IHSAA football game tonight between the Carroll Cougars and the Clinton Central Bulldogs. You see the records on the screen. Clinton Central coming in at 2-4. They've played 6 games. Carroll at 3-2. They had a bye week with Tri-Central falling out, so that's why you've got a difference in records there. Tonight's game brought to us in parts by Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first. By Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. By Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town. The Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. As we welcome you into our Day and Ginda Funeral Home pregame show, joined by Pete Gasho, I'm Sean Walker, and we appreciate you spending your Friday night with us. And we've got a dandy setup for you here between Clinton Central and Carroll. Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. This Carroll football team is a pretty good football team, and right now playing a lot of smash mouth football, just dominating. So got several players over there on that side of the ball that can run the ball. They don't pass too much, but they do what they do best.
That's that old school Indiana football mentality, right? The small school, just hand it off and let's pound the rock, control the line of scrimmage. But it's fun to watch. We love it. Indiana's been known for so long in the state as being a basketball state. But I almost tell you, I think football's kind of started to take things over. It started with Peyton Manning and the Colts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's drifted down all the way to the high school level, and there's something about Friday nights.
You know, Indiana Jones is getting a job done for the Colts, and so we'll look for somebody tonight to step up like that for one of these teams here. But it's going to be a pretty tough game there for the Bulldogs.
As we take you back to the field, we want to take a look at our first look tonight, brought to us by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. And the matchup there, you see it on the screen. We talked about the records that also show you their conference. Their Bulldogs looking for their first conference victory. Offensively, 17.8 points per game. They give up 32.7. On the other side, flip that basically. 36 points for Carroll. They give up 20. Defensively, pretty stout. Clinton Central looking for their first win versus Carroll since 2018. And the all-time series, it's Carroll, 27-22-1. They did have a tie at one point in time back in, I believe it was like 1971. It was 6-6. Hopefully we don't get one of those games tonight. I want to see a good battle here, but I like
absolutely.
What about our players to watch? Brought to us by the ISC Sports Network, where local lives here. First up for the Clinton Central Bulldogs, it's Cameron Barrett, and really no surprise. Look at his numbers. He's having a standout senior season, leading the team with 711 yards, Pete.
Yeah, that kid is a tough kid right there, and it does not surprise me one bit that he's leading this Bulldog team.
On the other side, it's the other running back, Aiden Wiles, who is smash mouth football himself. While they both have the same amount of carries, he trails in total yardage, but you got to remember there's a one-game difference in there too. So averaging a little over 100 yards per game, but 7 touchdowns for Barrett, 6 for Wiles. Look for these two guys to be standouts for their squad here this evening. And while we've got Pete's attention, let's talk about those keys to victory brought to us by Tier 1 Meat Company, where every cut is elite and every customer is family.
Sean, this Clinton Central Bulldog team is a pretty young team. You know, I think they have 5 seniors and 7 juniors on this team. They're loaded up with the sophomores and the freshmen, so they're building something out there. But it all starts with them at the time of the possession. If they can control the clock, maybe run the ball, and if they can get number 20 going, Barrett, you know, they may be able to keep this game close. They can't turn over the ball. They don't want to give the ball back to Carroll and make it easy on the Cougars there. And then for the Cougars, it's bully ball. It's do what you do. You run the ball some more. You play that smash mouth football, and it starts with number 3, Aiden Wiles.
Control the line of scrimmage. That's going to be huge tonight. Bully ball with Aiden Wiles. Obviously, like you said, want to limit turnovers, and whoever wins time of possession probably going to win the game here this evening. It's been a nice rivalry over the years between these two squads, and we're going to get to see another fantastic one here this evening. A little bit later kickoff tonight, kicking off towards 7:30, because they honored the seniors beforehand tonight. Obviously, they lost the game not being able to play Tri-Central. We'll have these Carroll Cougars next week as they go to Clinton Prairie. The following week, they go to Sheridan. So last home game of the year, you got a lot of things you got to get out of the way, and senior night's one of those. You want to make sure you honor all your seniors.
Absolutely.
Teams are getting ready to run out here, and there are the Carroll Cougars. carrying the American flag, running out of that Carroll Cougar tunnel. And we've got a good one set to get kicked off for you here in just a moment on ISC. We'll take a break. When we come back, starting lineups head your way. We'll get a kickoff, and these two teams match up on the gridiron.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel fiber optic internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications offering the best gig in town. Sign up today at Mintel.net and experience the Mintel difference.
Day and Genda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Gender Funeral Home, putting family first.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
Welcome back to Lambert Field. Coin toss happening right now with the Carroll Cougars, the Clinton Central Bulldogs. We're going to find out who possesses the ball first. Cougars win the toss. They will elect to receive. Our officiating crew tonight brought to us by Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling, where recycling makes sense. Alex Yagi, Casey Hall, Joseph Hobaugh, Mark LeBeau, and Ryan Wirtz will be the Zebras and Stripes this evening here. Representing the IHSAA officials. Carroll Cougars excited, fired up, ready to go. The Bulldogs on the other side trying to get the third win on the season. Good look at those Cougars as they come back off the field and we get ready for kickoff. We want to tell you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles. Post 976, serving the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. Some of those activities, you can go over there on Wednesday nights and play you a little bingo, Pete. Win some money.
I'd like to. I love bingo. And I love the Eagles.
Cougars will receive first. Back to take the kick for them will be Aiden Wiles and Emery Deaton. And on the other side, Creed Menon handles the kicking duties for these Clinton Central Bulldogs. We've seen so many times now that when teams win the toss, Pete, they elect to defer for the second half. Carroll wants to set the tone early. I think they wanted the ball.
They want the ball. Let's go. Let's see if we can get this running game going. And I like once in a while, I like just kind of look at the sideline there at the other players that are standing down there. And boy, I tell you what, they got there's some big kids on this Carroll football team. They got a freshman down there, 6'3", 285, number 66. Look at him.
Big boy.
When you get a chance, right down there below you. Wow.
They will elect to kick away from the returners of the Carroll Cougars, and we'll get our first flag of the game. So the Carroll offense comes out. Let's take a look at their starting lineups. Quarterback for the Carroll Cougars this year, Cale Peters. You also have the running back in Aiden Wiles, Landon Hammond, and Emery Deaton. Wide receiving core of Ray and Anthony. And on that offensive line, the big fellas up front that make all the moves and the holes for the running backs. Tinsman, Ayers, Handy, Dyer, and Pearson. It's the Aiden team. How about that? You got Aiden Handy, Aiden Pearson, and Aiden Wiles.
I'll tell you
all
what.
on one squad.
That Tinsman is another big one. 6'3", 280 pounds. That's a heck of a lineman right there.
You see him right there, number 70.
I'm not sure what's going on up there at Carroll County, but they got these. They're building these boys up.
So the Carroll Cougars' first possession of the game will start at the 35-yard line. 12 minutes on the clock. Cougars donning those home blue jerseys. Good turnout here tonight at Carroll High School in Lambert Field. First possession of the game, they hand off inside. It's a cutback run. Clinton Central does a pretty good job of stuffing that, but running back able to keep the legs moving and falls forward there. Wiles with a positive gain on first.
Now, good hard run right up the middle, testing that line early. Good for 4 yards for the Cougars.
Defensively for Clinton Central, a couple players to keep your eye on, Amron Barrett and Caleb Griffey. There you see their starting lineups. Those two guys in that linebacking core, they're going to be tasked to fill those holes and stop Wiles tonight. But they definitely lead the team in tackles, and they're known to create some chaos and some turnovers as well. Wiles gets it once again here on senior night. He falls forward. He'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, big first down there.
So on the first two possessions, they keep the ball on the ground. They've got 11 yards so far on offense. You know, for these Carroll Cougars, they've been on such a run under head coach Blake Betzner. He's 45-10 in his 5th year at the school. And while they're 3-2 this year, there's another good run on first down. That's Emery Deaton, another one of those senior running backs.
Seems to secure that ball, just break through there. Great run, moving the chains, keeping that clock rolling.
For the Carroll Cougars, their 2 losses come against number 6 Maconaquah in week 2 of the season. Maconaquah 6-0 in 3A. They also lost to Eastern, who is a conference opponent. Eastern this year are 5-1. They're playing some fantastic football.
Right. They have not had bad losses.
Peters hands off inside. Once again, they're kind of mixing things up. They gave it to Wiles a few times. They come back this time and they give it to Landon Hammond.
Yeah. Number 52, Jordan Wolf for the Bulldogs. Watch this tackle right here. Gets off his block. Boom.
So they're hitting him with a 3-headed monster here early on this first possession. All 3 running backs for Carroll turning out positive gains thus far.
Showing blitz.
They hand off here to Wiles. Man, he was shot through there like he came out of a cannon.
Man, did he.
Luke Shelley in on the tackle for Clinton Central. I love that. You see the little step backwards before he took the ball? It's like he gave himself a little bit of a running start, kind of dug that back foot in, and off he went.
Watch that hole open right up, didn't he? Gone.
Clinton Central trying to find some room up front to stop these guys. Wiles just keeps churning out positive gains. Another big pickup here on first down.
Tripped up by Menon.
Cougars going right down the field here on Clinton Central in their first possession. Conference standings right now, you've got Sheridan leading the way. They're 3-0 in conference play. Eastern's at 3-1. Carroll 2-1. So they want to get a victory here tonight against Clinton Central, get to 3-1 in conference. They could potentially have a showdown later with Sheridan as Peters keeps it himself, gets around the edge.
Oh.
And if he didn't get a knee down first, that's the first touchdown of the game. We'll see what the call is. No signal from this official, but the official across the field said, touchdown, Carroll.
Nice run.
23-yard scamper for Cal Peters. That is his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
Showing off those wheels.
Carroll will be on to add the extra point right here. That kick a little low. No good, so they get the 6. They do not get the extra point. But the Cougars, they take the ball first, Pete. They score first.
Absolutely. Look at this. He just outruns everybody. Got those wheels turning. Got a little shoestring right in there. Good effort. Couldn't keep him out of the end zone.
We'll take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, more football heads your way from Carroll High School.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
Back at Carroll High School, Carroll takes the ball 65 yards on their first drive. They kept it on the ground the entire time. Ground and pound bully ball was one of your keys to victory.
Absolutely.
And they executed it right from the get-go. We saw a little bit of everything. Mainly Aiden Wiles got the bulk of the touches, but we also saw him give it to Hammond and Deaton, and then Peters kept it himself for a 23-yard scamper, and that is how Carroll got on the board first. Little squib kick here. That one hits off the ground, picked up. This is Barrett. Cameron Barrett, one of our players to watch from Clinton Central tonight. Having a really nice senior season for these Bulldogs. 95 carries, 711 yards. He's found pay dirt 7 times. So he's gotten into the end zone. A couple of weeks ago, Pete, when we had Clinton Prairie versus Clinton Central, it was Barrett who really stood out that night. I thought both offensively and defensively.
Absolutely. Yep.
He played really well. Another player that stood out for Clinton Central that night was Luke Shelley.
Yes.
He got in the flow of the offense a little bit, made some plays on defense. We'll see if the Bulldogs can find some success on their first possession of the night. Shotgun formation. All kind of bunched up. Everybody looking for the ball. It's a direct snap, that time right to Barrett. And that's one thing Coach Jeremy Finley does, Pete. He mixes things up. He's got 3 different defenses they run, and then the offense a little traditional. They don't necessarily list Menon as a quarterback. He's kind of listed as like RB1 back there. But
Right.
he's the one who's going to throw the ball if they decide to throw it. We'll get you the offensive and defensive starters after this play here. Clinton Central able to pick up a couple of yards on first down. This time the snap goes to Menon. They hand off inside. First man through, ball hits the turf. I heard a whistle, so we'll see if they blew it dead.
And I think his rear end might have been on the ground when that ball came out.
Stopped by Ayers.
Another look at it here, see if you can tell. He's on top of the defender there, and it comes out right as his knee does get down. That's a bang-bang play.
Great job by the officials out there.
3rd down and 8. Menon's going to keep it himself. Tries to find some space out to the right. And he'll be chopped down there. That's going to be a punt for the first possession more than likely here for Clinton Central. I don't think they got enough to go for it. Tried to get him out in space and use his speed.
Yeah, that's a big defense that they're going up against right now.
Menon handles the punting duties here for Clinton Central. Your punt returners for the Carroll Cougars, they've had a few this season, but Kale Hernandez has been the most successful. That one's going to head out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. It looks like it's going to be right around the 30-yard line. Well, he's going to walk it up now. Still going, still going.
I was going to say, that was a really good spot for a second there.
See, they officially spotted around the 42-yard line. So Carroll took a few minutes off the clock, going back to your keys to victory. The time of possession was definitely controlled in the first trip down the field by the Carroll Cougars. They put 6 on the board.
A special thank you to Hog Slats for their support of the Carroll football program.
See what Carroll can do on their second drive of the night here. 6:43 on the clock. Peters goes under center. Hands off to Deaton.
Uh-oh.
And Deaton's in space.
Oh, nice little stutter step.
Deaton's got speed. Deaton hits 5th gear, and he is gone. One play, 68 yards. 58 yards, excuse me. My math's off. 12-0 now. The Carroll Cougars. Big play offense strikes again.
Take a look again. Watch this little stutter step there. Freezes the defender, and then he's able to just to take off and never look back. What a move.
See a little Selly at the end there. Deaton showcasing that speed. I heard earlier in the night he'll be attending Taylor University. He's going to go play football at Taylor. So congratulations to him. That was part of his senior night announcement. The Cougars elect to go for 2. They get it this time, and they're back on with that 14-0 lead. So they struck first, 23-yard run from Cale Peters. They handed off to Deaton on the first play of their second drive. He takes it 58 yards to the house, and he was motoring.
He was.
I would have loved to have a speed gun on him right there to see what he got up to that 19 to 20 mile an hour mark.
He saw that wide open green area out there, and he just took off.
I think school zones are 20 miles an hour, so he might have to be careful. He might get a ticket using all that speed.
I thought Carroll might go for the 2-point conversion there, bring this back up to 14-0. Good job of Wiles to get that one in.
Something you'll notice too is obviously people on the sidelines for Carroll, some of the players for the Carroll Cougars, you see a lot of pink out there. That's because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I always love to see when the athletes put something out there more than football, right?
Sure.
It's more than football. Everybody's been affected by cancer, and you got them out there playing. And another thing is you got guys out there, they're not afraid to wear pink. They're supporting mom and aunt and grandma and everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you, these Cougars have looked really good on their first 2 possessions. I think for Clinton Central here, Pete, they're going to have to put together a drive.
They got it. Oh!
This offense, and Barrett does a good job of just covering it up.
That one took a wicked bounce. Looked like it come off the helmet. I could not tell here. Watch this, Sean.
Bulldogs take over on the 29-yard line.
Boop.
Oh, yeah. Just it takes that wicked bounce there at the end and just throws off the player there who was trying to pick that up.
Kingston Ayers, 5'10", 285, is the senior handling the kicking duties.
That's big boy.
And he's doing a
telling
fantastic
you.
job squibbing it down the field.
They got some meat on this team.
Menon rolls out to his right. First pass of the game through the hands of the intended target.
I tell you what, he had his receiver all the way downfield there. If he gets that up in his hands, that's a good positive play for them.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups for the Clinton Central Bulldogs. We missed that on their last possession. Creed Menon, Amron Barrett, Levi Jacobs, Luke Shelley. Wide receivers are Robinson and Gunderson. And then their O-line, Canada, Wolf, Dill, Snyder, and Mooneyhan. Our starting lineups tonight brought to us by Ardente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. And we'll show you those Carroll Cougar defenders after this play from Clinton Central. Menon comes under center. He pitches this one to Barrett in space. And what a job by Peters to shed the block and bring him down.
That's just standing your ground right there, playing your position.
Defensively for the Carroll Cougars, their starting lineup looks like this. McGuire, Matthews, Tinsman, Ayers, Dyer, and Carey. Those are those big fellas up front. And then the linebacking core of Hammond and Deaton. And then you saw even there, Cale Peters coming up from the cornerback position to make the tackle. Deaton, or Wiles, Peters, Jamison, and Ray, your defensive backfield for the Carroll Cougars. So 3rd down and 9. Clinton Central trying to find some positive yardage. Direct snap goes to Barrett. He got out into space before getting tripped up. He gets a bulk of the yardage back.
Barrett on the carry.
But it's going to bring up 4th down and 4, roughly.
That'd be right around the 30, 35, maybe.
Brings up a 4th down on the Bulldogs.
Now, one thing that Clinton Central will do is Menon handles their punting duty. So you always have to be careful because they can run a fake out of this set
Absolutely.
as well.
Menon's got some speed. You saw he can throw the ball. So a few ways they can go about that. So yeah, you got to watch for the fake.
And they're lined up like they're just going to go for it here on 4th and 3. They're going to. It's a direct snap. Barrett tries to tuck.
Oh, my.
Makes that line back in court. He may have got one.
That was a big blue wall right there. Nobody getting through. Look at this. Watch these guys shut off these blocks. 58 pushes over.
And Dyer.
Woo! Mercy.
Turnover on downs. That's the first turnover of the game. That gives Carroll the ball back in great starting field position. They have the ball on the 38-yard line. Peters turns around. He hands off. This is Hammond. Hammond sheds a block, keeps his balance, keeps fighting forward, and man, these Carroll Cougars, they can pound the rock, Pete.
Yeah, right there, look, he thought he was going down. Got his hand down to keep his balance. Finally taken down.
Timeout's going to be taken here by Clinton Central. That allows us to thank some sponsors. This portion of our broadcast brought to you by Day and Ginda Funeral Home with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on their services and community involvement, visit dayandginda.com, where they put family first. We also want to thank the Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the coalition offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. They have a licensed nurse on staff who's available to help you with free pregnancy tests, prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, smoking and vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Just call 659-6063 and ask for Libby for more information. Carroll Cougars won the toss. They said we want the ball. They drove it right down the field. They score. They kick off. 3 and out. They get the ball back. First play of the drive. They score again. They stuff the Clinton Central Bulldogs. They turn over on downs. And now
moving the
in
ball.
their own territory. Scoring. Yeah, moving again.
This moving again.
They had an 18-yard gain by Hammond a moment ago. Clinton Central called the timeout. They wanted to talk things over. Peters hands off to Wiles. Wiles, look how low he gets.
Able to break that first line of attack. See as he comes through here. They go after his ankles, but those are some strong legs. You break through those, just keep that that low motion going forward.
I'll tell you could about put a waiter tray with food on his back as he runs through that line and nothing's falling off. I mean, he gets low. 2nd down and 1 after a nice positive gain. Wiles finds a hole, falls forward. First down again. Carroll Cougars moving the ball.
First down,
Cougars with another first down. It's ball on the 7-yard line.
See if they don't feed it to Wiles one more time here.
Wiles has 6 rushing touchdowns on the season. Looking for number 7 here. Runs over one guy. Gets down to about the 1-yard line. That was Menon standing in there trying to take the tackle or slow him down a bit.
Ooh, man, he is running hard.
2nd and goal now from the 1-yard line. Carroll goes shotgun.
Give it to him.
They give it back to Wiles, and he crosses. Another touchdown for him on the season. That's touchdown number 7 for Aiden Wiles. It's the 3rd touchdown of the night here in the first quarter for the Carroll Cougars. They now lead 20-0 against Clinton Central. Wiles able to walk that one in. They'll look to kick the extra point here to get it to 21. That kick, I think, was left. Yep, a little wide left. No good. This next possession brought to you by the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities, providing the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. What an impressive start for the Cougars. It's senior night, and they've come out and set the tone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, they wanted the ball first. When they come down, they drove it right down, took that 6-0 lead, and they haven't looked back. They ain't playing really well on the offensive side, playing really well on the defensive side. Like I said, they got some big guys up front there, man, and they are moving some people.
For Blake Betzner in his 5th year at the school, he's 45-10. As I mentioned earlier, he's already in 3rd place all-time wins in school history with that 45 win mark. Obviously, John Hendricks, longtime coach, had a lot of success here at Carroll High School. He went 108-50 in his coaching career. And prior to him, it was a young man named Rick George who handled some coaching duties from 79 to 06. He went 62-32. But Betzner not far off from catching him and being second all the time. They come out and they squib it again, almost an onside kick. We'll see who recovers.
Looked like All Ball had a chance at it. No, they don't. I thought he was in there, number 29, trying to get in there and get that. Boy, that was so low. It looked like it just caught a player off guard.
And again, those low kicks like that, he's just trying to squib it through there, and if you hit somebody and you end up with it,
that's good for
kind
you.
of the play, right?
Right.
Squib
Almost
it down
like
the middle.
Like an onside. Now it turns into favor.
For head coach Jeremy Finley, he's in his 3rd year at the school. He's 6-19 overall. Obviously, they're 2-4 on the season this year. They've got 1 game left next week in their regular season before they're on the bye the final week. Carroll airs it out deep, and you got a wide receiver down the field. That's the first time they threw the ball all night long, and they find Brody Ray on a big gain here on 1st down.
Yeah, the junior just beats his man down the field. And actually, he's got to stop it. He's got to wait for it a little bit. Comes back to the ball. Boom. He's taken down.
That play good enough for 37 yards.
Nice.
Quick play strike after the turnover.
You will not see Carroll do that very often. But with this lead, and they're trying to build on it, they're going to throw a little bit of stuff at you. Here comes Wiles again. He's going to get through.
Another touchdown for Wiles from 5 yards out. He's got his 2nd of the night. Last 2 times he's touched the ball, he's found pay dirt. Man, his vision's unbelievable, and you see him there. He's very patient behind his line. And Pete, what I liked about it the most is you saw him kind of shift to the left, and then he's just looking for that hole to find, and as soon as he found it, boom, he broke through and scored. With him being behind the scoring here after missing the extra point, they'll go for 2. Peters keeps it himself, and Carroll's able to walk it in. That'll take him back to 28, and it is 28-0 here in the first quarter at Lambert Field. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more football heads your way on ISC.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
Welcome back to Lambert Field. Carroll on top of Clinton Central right now by 4 scores. At Tier 1 Meat Company, they take pride in delivering locally sourced premium beef and pork, the kind of meat that honors the land, respects the craft, and fuels families with real flavor. From custom processing to mission-ready catering, we bring the firepower to elevate every meal and every moment. Founded by veterans, every cut is elite, and every customer is family. Step into Tier 1 at 128 West Catherine Street in Flora, or visit them online at tier1meatco.com.
That commercial looked really good, too.
Oh,
I
man,
saw
that
it.
steak is
When he
juicy.
cut, you warned me about that. You said this was going to make you hungry. Wow.
Yeah, it's tough, too, because obviously, we work all day, and I just stick around here. I don't eat dinner typically before games on Fridays, and then I have to watch these steak commercials from Tier 1. The guys over at Tier 1, they're killing me. Barrett, he's got the football looking for somebody to give it to. He lost his helmet on the play.
Barrett on the return. Run down by
He'll come
Matthews
off the
and
field
Ayers.
here. They'll get that helmet adjusted. Clinton Central will start with their 3rd possession of the game.
Bulldogs still around the 32-yard line.
For Clinton Central so far, they've not been able to really get much momentum on that line of scrimmage. They want to run the ball. They want to use some misdirection. They hit you with a few different backs as well, but they have not had any space to run so far here tonight.
And they're doing everything they can to get this run game going, and they don't have very much of a passing game either. So they're really relying on this run game to get going.
Going to pick up 1 yard there on first down. And that's where, at all levels of football, they tell you on first down, you want to pick up at least 4 yards, right? You want 3.5 to 4 yards each time because you want to stay in front of those chains. You want to stay on schedule so that when you get to 3rd and down, you've got 3rd and really short.
Right.
It also leaves the playbook wide open for you, and you're not in, forced passing situations. Able to fit that one in there maybe? Nope. Looked like an incomplete pass.
And they tried that one a little bit earlier with Luke Shelley. This time he's on the mark, but I think the ball maybe was just kind of jumbled around and dropped.
Looked like Jonathan Carey might have got a hand on that too late to knock it away. Wasn't a bad ball from Menon.
No, and I think this might be what the Bulldogs may have to do is try to find something downfield. They can't get this passing game, maybe loosen up that defense a little bit.
Cougars packing so many in the box, and Menon rolls out this time. He throws a deep ball down the field, but it's out of the field of play.
He was being chased down by number 1. Deaton was in the backfield really quick. As you watch him come through there, he's
not a lot Menon can do there.
Got his ears pinned back, and Menon just had to throw it.
Tried to give his guy a chance downfield. Clinton Central going to be forced to punt once again. Carroll defense stout so far. They have not allowed a first down tonight in the first 3 possessions for Clinton Central. This
is a good kick.
Yeah, much better. They're going to push him back to the 25-yard line, and this will be the worst starting field position Carroll's had all night long.
Absolutely.
Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling is the place where recycling always makes sense. Please call Wampler's at 659-3721 for all your trash, recycling, and scrap needs. Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling. They've been family-owned since 1948, and we want to thank them for their sponsorship here on the ISC Sports Network. 4 possessions for Carroll. All 4 have found the end zone. We'll see what they do on 1st and 10 here. They're going to pitch it to Wiles. Wiles has got some blockers in front of him. Nice bit of tackling there.
Wiles on the carry.
Menon.
Stop by Menon.
Menon put a juke move on the blocker. Pete, watch this play right here. Come up and make the tackle.
Oh, whoop. Nice. Read that really well.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. First 12 minutes have been all Carroll Cougars. Peters turns around, he hands off to Deaton, and Deaton's got speed, he's got some lane to run, and now can he run away from the defenders? Switches the ball to the right arm, a little stutter step, and he's going to be dragged down around the 15-yard line. What a run.
That looks effortless, too, when he's running the ball. If he has a few blockers out in front of him, he'd be directing traffic. Check this one. I thought he's got it down right there, but no, they could not get around him. Little stutter step. Gets at least 4 more yards out of that stutter step.
Emory Deaton has something for 58-yard runs tonight. He took a 58-yard touchdown to the house. He just ran that one for 58 yards down to the 15-yard line. They hand off to Wiles. He's met right around the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for a positive gain. And that'll bring us to the close of the quarter. After one, Carroll Cougars up on Clinton Central 28-0. Second quarter action heads your way on ISC right after these messages.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Welcome back to Carroll High School. Good shot of the cheerleaders there. They're doing a good job of keeping the fans entertained and fired up for this one as the Cougars came out in that first quarter in dominating fashion. They lead 28-0 as we start the second quarter. Carroll Cougars will have possession here. They're looking to score for the 5th straight time. A couple of 58-yard runs from Emory Deaton. One earlier for a touchdown and one to put him in really good position to score again here. Ball's on the 11-yard line. They hand off to Wiles. He's already got 2 tutties on the night. Looking for number 3. And he's got the trifecta. You see that? I'm getting cool with the kids. I'm calling them tutties now.
I love it.
Hayden Wiles punches it in from 11 yards out, his 3rd touchdown of the night. He was our player to watch, and obviously that's for good reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Good pick by you there, Sean.
Well, that one just glaringly stands out when you're looking down at his statistics. They look to add the extra point here. That kick up. And the first kick of the night.
Might have got it, yeah.
It goes through the uprights, gets him to 35. Carroll Cougars up big here against Clinton Central. This is one of 4 live games going on the ISC Sports Network tonight. We'll get you some of those other scores across our family of networks. Frankfort Hot Dogs hosting North Putnam. They're looking for their first win on the season, are the Hot Dogs. They've struggled quite a bit this year so far. Jared Thomas and Bobby Messlem on the call over there at Frankfort High School. Looks like with about a minute to go before the half, North Putnam leads Frankfort 29-12. But the good sign is Frankfort's only scored 8 points through their first 5 games.
Absolutely.
They've already outscored that total here tonight. They've got 12, so that's a good sign for Frankfort.
Making improvements.
Lawrence Central and North Central battling it out on ISC as well. North Central leading 14-7 currently in the battle of the schools with Central in their name. Also got Lebanon and Danville tonight on the network. Lebanon leads Danville right now 14-7 with 6.5 minutes to go before the half. Barrett able to return it out to around the 38-yard line. Clinton Central have good starting field position here. We'll see if they can get their offense going. It's been a struggle at the line of scrimmage, and I think they're having a hard time with the size of Carroll. They got some big bodies up front.
That is a big bunch of guys right there.
Trying to find some space.
Good job that time. Great run.
Barrett able to fall forward. Positive gain. That's his best run of the evening.
Barrett on the carry.
Found a little space outside. Got a great block. You see that block by Menon right there. That freed him up. Got him at least another 3 or 4 yards. Fantastic job.
So 2nd down and 4. This is what we were talking about in our last possession. This is where you want to be on 2nd down.
Absolutely.
It's in that area where you could throw, you could pass here, and even if you get an incomplete, you've got a manageable 3rd down. Menon dives forward on the spot. It looks like he's right around the line to gain.
Looks like they may give it to him.
And they do. Clinton Central just earned their first down of the night.
Yeah, well done, and they're finding this running room on the outside of these tackles. Maybe trying to utilize that speed to get around these big guys.
College football heads your way tomorrow on the ISC Sports Network as Oberlin heads over to DePaul to take on the Tigers. Make sure you tune in that for some college football action. And you know, Pete, I'm loving college football season so far. Obviously, my Hoosiers are playing really well.
They're playing really well.
But
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say something that you were probably gonna be shocked with a little bit. Purdue has surprised me this year.
Oh,
they show
I think
a
they
lot
have.
of fight. They're
right.
a much better team this year.
I think so too. I think they got a really good coach, able to. I think he'll get them back to where they need to be at, and who knows, we may even surprise some people again this year. You never know.
Just hopefully it's not in the old Oaken Bucket game.
Is that the bucket game? Yeah.
Barrett with another good run around the edge here, and Clinton Central starting to find some space to run. It's about the 2nd or 3rd time that once Barrett's gone down, Petey's grabbing up around his eye inside the helmet, and I think I've seen some hands getting up around there around his face mask. He may have a valid complaint.
First down, Bulldogs.
They got the first down out of that.
Going to take a timeout here and talk things over.
Nice.
And on cue, PA announcing that Mulberry Telecommunications is a sponsor of Carroll High School and obviously have their fiber services over there in Florida. So why don't we tell you about Mulberry Telecommunications while we're here right now? Our services in Clinton, Tippecanoe, and Carroll counties. If you go to mintel.net, that's mintel.net, it's right there on your screen. You know, we might just welcome you to the fiberhood. Just go on there, put in your address, see where you plot. We've got a nice little fiber map that shows you where we're building out, where our fiber services currently are. You can sign up there today. And if you don't fall in that territory, fill one out anyway. It's an interest. It lets us know where to build to next. Always expanding our services. We want to thank Mulberry Telecommunications and their Mintel Fiber Optic Services for sponsoring tonight's event. Just under 10 minutes to go here before the half, and man, it feels like Carroll's already had a first half of football. They're 35 points.
I know, right. It feels like this would be a halftime score maybe. But right now, the Bulldogs, have found some room here on the outside of these tackles. Oh, man, that's a bad snap. You're going to have to get down on it.
Barrett picks it up, tries to spin out of there.
Boom. Woo.
Gets taken down, and man, Amron Barrett has taken a beating so far here tonight, but he just keeps getting up. You got to love the strength and tenacity from this young man.
Take a look. He tries to get away, does his best job. 32 comes in, just lays the wood. Boom.
That's Jonathan Carey, and he's one of the big hitters for these Carroll Cougars. 35 total tackles coming into tonight. 4 tackles for a loss. He's got a sack, also a fumble recovery. And that's one where he scooped it and took it about 55 yards down the field, too. So
yeah.
you can make an athletic play here and there. Menon takes the snap out around his left, and out of nowhere, Aiden Wiles comes up and lays a big hit.
That was, Bill. You could hear that through the microphone of the camera. Watch this. Boom.
Good collision there. Ball spotted, 48-yard line. A lot of distance to make up here still. 3rd down and 21, 22 to go. They snap to Menon. This one gets through his hands, able to recover pretty quickly. He's going to put it in the air. He's got a receiver. I don't think he caught it, though, did he? He did. Barrett came down with it. What
nice
a great catch.
job, Barrett.
Barrett on the reception.
Well, you watch this. Almost looks like it ball tips up. He goes up and gets it. Brings it into his stomach and then got it down. Yeah.
Nice catch there with Barrett.
Shortens his 4th down by a little bit. That'll get him across this 50-yard line, Sean, for the first time tonight.
Still 4th down and 7, so they still have some work to do even after that big chunk play, but much more manageable here.
Absolutely. Now you can go for it.
Now we get a whistle, and Clinton Central wants to talk things over. They're going to take a timeout here. Their second of the quarter. Or second of the half, I should say. If you're tired of unsightly tree stumps ruining your yard, then you just need to call JXN Stump Solutions. They'll take care of them for you. They've got the equipment, the experience to get the job done right, offering 3 tiers of service that will rejuvenate your yard, all at competitive, budget-friendly rates. Call 242-9523 today for a free estimate. JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. Good shot of our officiating crew. On a rather warm October 3rd.
Absolutely.
It does not felt like fall temperatures much at all here recently. We had about a week span where things cooled off a little bit, and it's been a little chillier in the morning.
It's been about perfect days. We need a little bit of rain. I guess farmers aren't complaining.
Just not on Friday nights.
Right.
You can rain any other day but Fridays right now.
Yeah. Farmers getting all the crops in.
Harvest season going on. Can't believe basketball's right around the corner. I said
it is
just 5 or 6 weeks ago, I can't believe it's week 1 of the football season, and we're already about to Selection Sunday.
Oh, what a pass. Oh, my goodness.
Had him. Might have been tipped a little bit by Hammond.
Yeah, it looked like it was intended for number 14, Caleb Robinson. We'll get another look at it. See if it doesn't get tipped. Sets his feet. No, it was right there. Just threw the receiver off a little bit. Well, sometimes you got to help your quarterback out. You got to go up there and sometimes pick those out of the air and bring those in, especially when you're down 35-0.
Credit Hammond. While he didn't get a hand on it, Menon had to get it over him.
Absolutely.
And so that's what caused the pass to sail a little bit there. Peters hands off. Wiles does not have it. I lied. He kept it himself.
He threw me off, too. I thought he had it, but that was Peters the whole way. Yeah, didn't get much more out of it, but.
Right about here is where I said, all right, Wiles either fumbled.
And I think that what threw me off is when he stumbled like that and he put his hand down. I thought, well, yeah, he's tackled back there. They know he doesn't have the ball.
Nice job by Clinton Central. They weren't fooled on the play. Defense stepped up, made a good play.
Got us good.
Bulldogs need a turnover right here. Peter's going to keep it himself. He rolls out to the left.
Oh, nice tackle.
They don't get the turnover, but you're right. A lot of field, open field in front of Peters.
That's a tough tackle sometimes, too, and especially when you're going against, yeah. How about that? Number 20, one of the best players on the Bulldog team.
on both sides of the football.
Absolutely. Look at this. Oh, yeah. What a great tackle, too. Wrap the waist.
Got his
Head
chin
up. Yep.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 6. This is not – we haven't seen a 3rd down play, I don't think, tonight from Carroll. They've been getting chunk plays by the plenty. They throw it down the field. It's on the money. It's to Deaton.
Deaton is just tough to bring down. He just does not want to go down.
The 30-yard gain on that play.
All the way on the tackle. First down, Cougars.
Yeah, if you're going to attempt to arm tackle or grab Deaton, he's going to run out of it. He's just so fast.
They got him listed as, 6 foot, 205. I don't know if he's really 205, but he plays definitely like he's bigger. Man, he's been tough to bring down.
1st and 10 after that big completion. Yeah, flag going to be here. False start against Carroll is going to back him up 5. I wondered for a minute why it took so long for the flags to come out. They called a legal shift. 2 guys moved at once. It was just a little bit before that. Number 6, Landon Hammond, started to go in motion and realized the other guy coming across the other side was already in motion. Good shot of Coach Finley there in the background. He's always rocking the awesome beard. Sometimes he'll wear the visors. He wears some cool hats. Last week when we had him at Clinton Central, he had what are those things like the fedora?
Yeah.
But it was like a checkered green leopard. It had been a great hat for St. Patrick's Day.
We said it was the same. Yeah.
They hand off to Hammond. Hammond's got space. He's got speed, and he's going to find the end zone.
Nobody's going to catch him.
Untouched. 32-yard touchdown for Landon Hammond.
Take a look at it one more time. Just breaks to the outside. Great blocking downfield. Nobody around him. Just easy 6 for number 6.
Carroll looks to add the exclamation point here. This kick's up and good.
There you go. Dialing in that extra point.
Kicking game starting to roll here now for the Carroll Cougars. They lead 42-0 with 5 minutes to go here before the half. They do have the mercy rule in high school football now. If you lead by 35 points at the half, then the clock will run for the entire 3rd and 4th quarter. They did that as a way to kind of speed things up. And I like the rule change. Pete, we were just seeing too many coaches having to leave their starters on the field because JVs, they either play, the night before or the night after, and they only have so many quarters they can play.
They can play, yep.
And so you'd have to wait until the 4th quarter to bring these guys in, and things would get a little more out of hand, and coaches were taking it personal.
and I can see why.
Yeah. 42-0, so it helps. It speeds the game up a little bit there in the second half if you've got a lopsided scoreboard like you do here tonight with Carroll and Clinton Central. And again, while we knew Carroll was a very talented team coming in, 2 losses on the season for them is not something we're used to seeing. In past years, Coach Betzner had lost only 1 or 2 games a year. And so for them to have 2 losses already through the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season, people would look at that from the outside and say this is a down year. But then when you look at who they lost to, they lost to Eastern by 1 point. Eastern's only lost 1 game all year long. They're 5-1. Maconaquah is ranked number 6 in 3A, and they haven't lost a game yet at all. So Carroll's a 1A school. They went up against the number 6 team in 3A and held their own. They lost by 20, but they held their own. Deeper kick this time as Clinton Central looks to return. That's Eli Gunderson for the Bulldogs, who gets it out across the 35-yard line. Next week, these Carroll Cougars travel to Clinton Prairie. We'll have that one for you on the ISC Sports Network. And it has been one that Carroll kind of got the best of them, but it was a rivalry. Like, it was it's one of those, and even in basketball, it's like both teams got really good
Yeah.
in football and basketball about the same time, and those have been fun rivalry matches to cover. Pete and I will be on the call for that one. Barrett gets the ball here on first down. He'll get some positive yardage.
Barrett on the carry. Deaton in on the tackle.
Barrett boasts a 7.5 yard per carry average. That's going to take a little bit of a dent tonight. He has not been able to find much space out there at all. These Cougars really crowding that line of scrimmage. They bring some pressure again. They try to run away from it to the left.
Barrett on the carry, stop by.
We're going to have a flag on the play thrown right around where the tackle came down.
Yeah, maybe a face mask or
blocking the back against Clinton Central.
Yep. That'll hurt.
Holding on the Bulldogs.
See if we can see where that comes in play. Oh, 51 maybe. Yep,
right
51 there. Right on the big guy. Yeah, can't do that.
The Bulldogs are going to lose some yardage here after the penalty. It's been relatively a penalty-free game so far. Again, going back to this score, obviously lopsided here tonight. Carroll getting the best of Clinton Central, but all time looking at this series, going back to that again, Carroll only leads at 27-22, so they're only up 5 games in that series. They tied one time back in 71. And since 2018, Carroll has taken the victory every year.
Menon on the carry.
Menon almost had it stripped. They were going after it. He had that thing out there, hanging it out. Check this one. Number 1 reaches. Look at that, Deaton getting in there, swatting at it.
That shows you some good hand strength from Menon there, being able to.
He did. He held
football
on, right. Seeing a lot of that punch out, you know.
For these Bulldogs, they play in sectional number 46. Teams with like Sheridan, Clinton Prairie, Tinley out of Indianapolis, Cloverdale, Irvington Prep, Tri-Central, who's not going to play in that. They're listed in that sectional. Obviously, these Bulldogs, looking at the overall record right now, Sheridan's got to be the odds-on favorite, sitting at 4-1. Clinton Prairie keeping pace right there at 3-2. For the Carroll Cougars, they're in sectional 42. They've got teams like Frontier, Pioneer, Taylor. All 3 of those teams that I just named having very successful seasons and are ranked. Frontier and Pioneer both ranked. Taylor was ranked until they got beat by Carroll a few weeks ago. So that's a tough sectional right there. Frontier 6-0, Pioneer 5-1. Carroll obviously 3-2. You're seeing what they're capable of against their own class of competition.
I thought Clinton Prairie would give Sheridan a little bit more of a game than what that one ended up to be. I'll tell you what, Clinton Prairie better be ready
next week
for this team coming in. This is a really big team.
3rd down and 11. Bulldogs going to throw it deep down the field, a little bit of a floater.
Oh, boy.
Man, Shelley had a chance.
Triple coverage. Shelley was right there. A lot of time. Great pass. Oh, off the fingertips, man.
He brings it in. They keep the chains moving. Instead, it looks like Clinton Central may be forced to punt here on 4th down and 11 with the ball deep in their own territory. We've seen them punt out of this formation before, and they will again. This one did not get a ton of it, does Menon, just not a ton of space there to get the kickoff.
Did not.
Maybe a 10-yard net here. 11 yards. Carroll will have the football with 3:08 to go on the clock with a chance to score again before the half.
That's a lot of time
You can't
before
talk
the half.
You can't talk all-time coaching greats without mentioning George Gilbert. He spent a long time at Clinton Central High School. He's their all-time leading wins.
Yep.
Coach there, 128 and 105 in his career. He left Clinton Central at one point in time, and he went, I think it was to Tri-Central, and won a state championship, and then came back to Clinton Central.
Yankee on the run.
He was able to say, hey, look at this shiny little championship ring I got right here.
You guys want one of these? We'll get it for you. Great run there by number 17.
But since Coach Gilbert has left, they had some success under Mike Quick. They struggled. Jeremy Finley now in his third season trying to right that ship for these Clinton Central Bulldogs. I know that the players like playing for him. The community likes him. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about head coach Finley. He genuinely cares about his players. And I like some of the messaging that he puts in and things that he does. If you look on the back of the Bulldogs jerseys, Pete, there's not names. It says family. And so they're playing for each other out there on the field, and that's one of the big things that they preach. They do a lot of team activities. And so while the wins and losses maybe not where they want them just yet, sometimes it takes a while to build that program back to where you want it to be. That was number 17 on the carry that time.
Yeah,
Brady Yeakley.
Just a sophomore. Just run the ball right. Look at that hole right there. Wow.
He's got that old school linebacker neck roll on there too. That's like the Brian Bosworth thing.
Got a few more, if he doesn't trip up, he's got a few more yards out of that thing.
Remember the Boz, man? He had some cool
absolutely.
haircuts.
Absolutely. Well, this time the Bulldogs are not faked out by that one.
Hayden on the keep.
Hayden gets dropped.
Mooneyhan on the sack.
Important to know they have pulled Peters out of the game. Their starting quarterback. They've put in Reed Hayden, who's just a freshman. 6 foot 165. Plays quarterback, a little defensive back for these guys. So they kept the big bodies up front to help protect them, but they're giving these younger guys an opportunity to come out here and log some varsity minutes.
There's 17 again. Great run.
Yankee on the run.
Great blocking up front again. Get the big guys opening up these holes. Take a look at this one. Got the number 58. He pulls.
That was Levi Jacobs that came through and got the tackle there for the Clinton Central Bulldogs.
That was one of my favorite plays when they said, hey, you get a pull. You're going to go over here and you get to hit somebody as hard as you can instead of blocking. Yeah, hit the first guy you see instead of blocking. It was just great, yeah.
Yeakley going to have it down inside the 5. A flag comes in late. We'll see who this one's against. 33 seconds to go before the half. Carroll threatening to score here. Personal foul against Carroll.
Foul on the Cougars.
Number 70. So Travis Tinsman. Let's see if we can spot what number 70 does here.
He's right there in the middle. You see him come across. Oh, then okay, so he just jumps right on him at the end there. A little bit of a pancake.
That's what Andre the Giant used to do to guys back in the day. You know, you just kind of get them into the corner and fall into them and use that body weight a little bit. It's frowned upon in football. That's why he just earned a personal foul penalty here. But
Gunderson just laying there wondering, what the heck did I do?
not sure what the delay is now. They walked the yardage off on a personal foul. They'll take it from the end of the run. And he was right around the goal line when he went down. And so ball on the 17, that's about right. Ball on the ground. Carroll's just going to fall in and cover it up.
Ball on the field, recovered by the Cougars.
That was recovered by Brody Ray.
Yeah, Brody Ray not able to secure that in. I don't know if it was a handoff to him or what. We couldn't see it because it was on the back side of it.
21 seconds to go before the half. We've got our final timeout taken here. And, you know, the Cougars, they had it down around the 1 yard line. Looked like they were getting ready to punch it in and score again. Now we're going to see what they choose to do here on 4th and 10. They've had a little bit of trouble with the kicking game tonight, going for extra points. It looks like they've started to right the ship as they've made their last 2 or 3 now. Riley Duff has handled the kicking duties on those last few makes. But we'll see what they elect to do. They may just go for it here. They have had success moving the football. Good shot of Coach Betzner there at the bottom of your screen. You know, for Coach Betzner, it's pretty cool, right? John Hendricks, a longtime coach, all-time winningest coach in program history, and Blake just, I believe, married his daughter is what he did. Takes over the coaching duties here at Carroll High School, and he brings John back, and he's like, you want to be my assistant? And so Coach Hendricks been on the sidelines and around the program still, even after calling it a day as far as being head coach is concerned. Going to get tackled on the sideline, but.
Yeah, that pass went to Bryson Jamison, a sophomore. See him roll out here. Nice catch. Trying to throw some more out of it, but couldn't get any more.
You know what I'm impressed with, Pete? When we were looking at that replay, do you see how well the freshman turned his hips and his shoulders and got squared up for that throw? He's been working on some fundamentals.
It's rolling out to your left and throwing that.
Look at it again. What's the fundamentals here from a freshman?
He gets his body turned and boom.
Loved it. He lined himself up. He got his shoulder square with the receiver and let it fly. Young quarterbacks. Take a page out of the young quarterbacks.
There you go. Right there. Right. See what the Bulldogs now. One wasn't enough to get the first down, but
they're trying to get into space. They run Menon out around the edge. He's going to be tackled. Clinton Central does not have any timeouts left. Now the clock will stop briefly for them to reset the chains here.
Hard hit for Barrett too. You can tell he got up.
That should have been the final play of the half, and it will. That's going to wind down the clock. We'll head to the halftime. 42-0 Carroll on top of Clinton Central. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about our first half and our thoughts on the first half here on the ISC Sports Network.
We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Welcome back here at the half on the ISC Sports Network. This first segment of our halftime show is brought to us by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Recap the scoring plays here in the first half. Cale Peters with a 23-yard touchdown scamper. Emery Deaton took one to the house on the second possession, took it 58 yards. Then we got 3 straight touchdowns from Aiden Wiles. He scored from 1 yard out, 5 yards out, and 11 yards out. And the final scoring play of the Carroll Cougars in that first half was capped off by a 32-yard rush by Landon Hammond, who also got in the end zone. So a spectacular first half of action for these Carroll Cougars. Pete, they have dominated the line of scrimmage so far tonight.
Absolutely. The size of this team is just really impressive. Dominated on the defensive side and on the offensive side both. Again, they're a fun team to watch, I'll tell you that.
These Carroll Cougars look like they're starting to find their footing on this season. And really, I mean, up front, they're able to move the Bulldogs around pretty much wherever they want. And everybody that they've handed the ball off to, even when they started to put in some of the younger players there towards the end of the second half, they're still mission accomplished, right? I mean, those guys are finding avenues and running the ball positive 3, 4, 5 yard gains.
It just shows you how deep this Carroll Cougar team can go. It's an impressive roster that they got working. Like I said, there's some big freshmen on this team. When you go look down that roster right there, they got some big kids. So the future is bright for the Cougars, that's for sure.
Carroll up 42-0 at the half. For Clinton Central at the halftime break, I think that usually you have guys on the sidelines and they're charting plays, right? And they're saying, okay, well, this worked. This got us 3 or 4 yards here on first down. And they're going to come back out and they're going to start to try to put some of those plays together in sequence, see if they can't put together a nice drive. I think that's what they need to do. There's going to be a running clock scenario. You need to come back out like you have nothing to lose here in the second half and try to win the next 24 minutes.
Yeah, Central found some running room on the outside of the tackles, moving left and right. And, they started to, pick up a few more yards, stay away from the middle from the big fellas there. So I think if they can, chart those, see which ones, work the best for them. Don't be afraid to try that shot down the field every once in a while, especially when you get on the other side of the 50. And, just keep working at it. I mean, you're going to have the running clock against you now, so there's not a whole lot you can do with the running game when you got that running clock.
For Clinton Central, they came in here to Carroll High School tonight. Carroll honored their seniors. They won the coin toss, and you could tell from the onset when they said, we'll take the ball, that they were on a mission tonight. They wanted to come out and set the tone early and often, and they did just that in the first half. As homecoming festivities happen now at the halftime, obviously Carroll, they lost a home game, right? So they got to fit both of these things in here towards the end of the season. And you got the Corvettes going around, the homecoming court. Let me introduce, and we'll see who wins that shortly. About 15 minutes to go before the second half kicks off. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll show you some of those first half highlights of these Carroll Cougars.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
Meet Henry. Henry is hip. Henry loves the new Mintel TV streaming app. And check out Helen. With features like Cloud DVR, Restart, and Look Back TV, Helen never misses her favorite shows. And this? Well, this is Bob. Bob can't contain his excitement for the new Mintel TV streaming app. Bob is proving that you actually can teach an old dog new tricks. What do you say, Bob? Does the Mintel TV app get a thumbs up? All right, Bobby-o. Mintel TV, the next generation of awesome, upgrade today.
Frankfurt Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Welcome back to Carroll High School. 42-0 at the half. This portion of our halftime brought to us by Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town. And let's roll some of those first half highlights. You're going to see some big plays from these Carroll Cougars on offense.
Yeah, the Cougars get it started right off with Wiles.
Play here from.
Here comes Peters on the outside. He's going to stretch this one out. Just get in. That gets it up 6-0 for the Carroll Cougars. Here comes Deaton. Deaton on the outside with some fancy footwork there. Jukes the back there and able to get in. And they get the 2-point conversion on that one. That one took it to 14-0. Bulldogs turned it over in downs after that.
Aiden Wiles able to punch it in for his first of 3.
Yeah, here it comes right through there. It was tough skating. He had a couple, or the Bulldogs had a couple tries at him, but they were able just to, enough up front pushing, and he's able to get right through.
Again, you saw the persistence of those guys up front just creating space for Wiles to run through.
And you knew it right here, like who's going to get the ball? Yep, number 3. The first of his 3 right there takes them up 20-0. They missed the extra point. Here comes the deep pass down the field. That one came after the turnover at the kickoff.
Yeah.
So here comes Wiles. He's going to clean it up, get through. That would be his second one. I believe Peters gets the 2-point conversion, and then Deaton once again just turning it on. You said switch the ball to the outside hand. Man, did he make that run look good. And then they're going to finish it up with Wiles, and he's going to make this one look really easy, outrunning everybody in the backfield. The skates in on that one took us to 35-0.
Now the Bulldogs, that was their first down of the game.
Right there, Menon with the first down.
That was about drive number 5 for them.
There's that catch by Barrett. Able to bring that one in and stay in bounds. And then the deep ball here to Deaton. Again, hard to bring down. Look at him. Can't bring him down by grabbing his shoulders. He's not going to go down there. They're going to finish it off at number 6.
Yeah, Landon
Hammond. He just skates around the outside. Sean makes it look easy there, too.
32 yards of the house, and that was the final score of the half. And then, defensively for the Bulldogs, once the substitution started to change, they started to make some of those tackles. But I'll tell you, Carroll just keeps coming at you. We saw there, they even put a freshman in. He made a nice turn of the hips and threw the ball. About picked up a first down. They were about to score, and then they got an unfortunate penalty that backed them up, or it would probably be 49-0 right now. Again, the homecoming festivities taking place here at Carroll High School, so a little elongated on our halftime festivities here this evening. But right now it's 42-0 at the half. Carroll on top of Clinton Central. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll talk adjustments. I mean, obviously, those adjustments are going to be, what do you do for the next 24 minutes to try to win those, right?
That's right.
We'll be back right after this.
At Day and Genda Funeral Home, we embrace change while staying true to timeless values. Our commitment to putting families first remains steadfast. With up-to-date practices and unwavering compassion, we offer the highest quality of service for your loved ones. Trust to serve your family with a classic commitment in modern times. Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he ducks him. Oh my goodness.
Frankfurt Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfurt Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfurt, Indiana.
Tell me if you heard this one before, Pete. The band is on the field. Only they're not on the field of play as the play is happening in the final play of the game. But pretty cool stuff right here, because
go down in history.
You've got a football player as part of the band out there. We heard them announcing some of the football players that were part of the homecoming court when we were at the break, and now you've got members of the football team out here that are taking part in the halftime festivities. I think that's awesome that they allow that to happen. Adjustments here in section number 3 of our halftime show. This one's presented by JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. And I'll tell you, what's been rooted in the ground has been the feet of those offensive linemen of the Carroll Cougars. They have just dug in, and they've locked up and created holes for the running backs. How does Carroll combat that?
That's tough. I mean, they are oversized, out. I don't know what the actual word. What I want to say is they're so much bigger than the Bulldogs. So, I tell you what, it's just been tough on those guys. They've had no answer. They've opened up huge holes. You got guys who are, 6'3", 200-something pounds. And I tell you what, I mean, that is an impressive line.
That's some big
and
boys.
If you saw some of the holes that opened up right there, I mean, that, Shawnee, you and I may have gotten the first down.
Yeah, and it's not, that would be a miracle,
that
right?
That would be.
It might take me 10 minutes to walk 10 yards. So let's be honest. Now, it's not just on the offensive side of the football. They're winning the line of scrimmage on the defensive side as well. I mean, Amron Barrett tonight coming in, he's averaging 7.5 yards per carry in their game so far this season. He has 711 yards coming into tonight. I mean, there towards the end of the first half, he looks dog tired. I mean, he looks like he is just worn out. He's taking some big hits, but he's not had much of anywhere to go. He's fought tooth and nail for 1 yard here, 2 yards there. And they've even tried to get him out on the edges. It's not that the coaches aren't calling plays to try to change it up. It's just Carroll's exerting their dominance right now.
Right now, they're using him and Menon both, trying to get outside, like you said, to get on the edge. But again, they found some success there late in that first half, and then they must have made some adjustments with the Cougars, and they kind of shut that down, forcing them back to come back towards the middle there, trying to seal off that edge.
Yeah, you wonder if the Bulldogs have any quick bubble screens or slants or something that they can add in that are almost extensions of your running game, right? You get it out of Menon's hands quickly.
Yeah.
You get it to a player quickly on the outside and see if you can create some space, get a missed tackle, and get down the field. Now, on the other side, the question for me becomes, all right, they've put in some backup players at quarterback and running back, have the Carroll Cougars. So do you now say, okay, now that we know that, hey, your starter's out, Peters isn't in the game, who's thrown for 266 yards on the season and shown the ability to throw the deep ball here tonight, do you now go, we're going to pack the box and we're going to make the young freshman prove that he can throw it over the top
of us, yeah.
Because we got to do something to stop the running game.
Right, yeah, and it may be the way they handle it. And I was kind of surprised they didn't really do that from the get-go for this team, as powerful as this team is running the ball. But you do take that chance of getting beat over the top. Both teams have shown they can throw the ball downfield, and they made some nice passes here.
I would say one thing Clinton Central has going for them in that department is you got a couple of really good defensive backs in the Allball brothers that are back there. If they can lock up receivers and defend one-on-one, you might be able to get away with it, especially with some backups in the game, a running clock, and nothing to lose here in the second half. Right now, you're coming back out and you're playing for a little bit of pride, right? You want to come out, you want to win these next 12 minutes. You want to put together a drive on your next possession. Try to get some confidence back going here for the offense of Clinton Central. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors tonight on the ISC Sports Network. This portion of our halftime brought to us by the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, where they've been serving the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com, or you can stop by the Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. We're going to step aside from our halftime show. When we come back, second half football heads your way right here on the ISC Sports Network.
We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove. The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Hi, I'm Trip Lukemeyer, Director of the IHSAA Foundation. Each year, over 160,000 student athletes compete in high school athletics within our state, learning the value of hard work, persistence, and integrity. The IHSAA Foundation works to empower and support this next generation of leaders through scholarships, leadership development, and sharing the benefits of education-based athletics. To learn more about our mission and how you can help high school athletics make a difference, visit ihsaafoundation.org.
High school football all across Indiana tonight as it is Friday night. We're playing under the lights at Carroll High School in Lambert Field. If you're just tuning in, the Carroll Cougars opened up a commanding lead there in the first half. They scored on their first 6 drives of the game. For Clinton Central, they'll get the ball first here to start the second half. Cougars won the toss and said, we want the ball. And they marched right down the field. They went 65 yards on that first possession of the night, punched it in, got the score, and never looked back. We saw some substitutions take place right there before the half. We'll see if those players remain in the game. Importantly, it was Reed Hayden at quarterback, and it was Brady Yeakley at running back who came in and carried the load of the offense on that final drive. And really did a pretty good job, Pete. They marched it down the field. They got it down the 1 yard line. If it wasn't for the personal foul penalty against the Cougars that backed them up, they might have scored there with the backups in the game. Good shot of that sideline. Again, look at the size of some of these boys there. They spent some time in the weight room, and they probably eat mom and dad out house and home, you know.
I think they eat some of that steak we just had on the commercial.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am not picking on these kids by any stretch. I am 6'1", 270 pounds. I'm a big boy myself.
I'm not picking. I'm saying that's a football team right there. That is impressive to see the size, and that's what you want. Again, you got a freshman out there that's that big.
Carroll Cougars will kick off to the Clinton Central Bulldogs. They squib it down the field. We've seen a handful of players mix it up and do the kicking duties tonight. I think this is the third different player that's kicked off for Carroll. We've seen 2 different people handle the point after attempt.
Yeah.
And now for Clinton Central coming out of the halftime, let's see if any adjustments were made here, if they were able to put together some positive plays and put together a good drive.
Yeah, Caleb Griffey on the return. Got him out to some decent starting position here. See what the adjustments may bring for the Cougars.
Griffey saying, Coach, you might have to give me the ball on the offensive side of things. I know I'm one of your best defenders here, leading or second on the team in tackles.
Good clap there. Got the defense to jump. That'll move them up a little bit more.
First down and 5. That'll make that real manageable.
It's a good start.
Loved listening to some of the senior festivities before the game got started tonight. One of the players' favorite memories or things that he's going to remember the most about his playing days at Carroll is Said we never lost to Delphi while he was there. And that was his favorite thing to say, and he wanted to make sure that got pointed out.
Oh!
That's a big hit from
Boom.
Carey.
Woo!
Jonathan Carey, number 32, is one of those guys that loves to bring the wood.
Watch him tracking. Boom. Wow.
I'll tell you, Amron Barrett has taken some shots tonight, and I will credit that young man with some strength and fortitude because he just keeps getting up.
Keeps going. Keep those wheels turning.
No quit attitude out of these guys. You love to see it. Clinton Central. Menens hits the spin cycle, falls forward, going to gain a couple of positive yards. And, man, Menon did a lot of that work himself, P. That looked like it was going to be a 4 or 5 yard loss.
Absolutely. Got the hips going left and right and moving some people, juking some people. Able to get some positive yardage out of it.
Isn't it it was the triangle button, right, on the
That's
PlayStation
what it
remote?
was.
That's the spin
Yeah.
move? I've graduated to Xbox now. I'm trying to remember I don't even look at those things. I just know where the button's at. 3rd down and 4. That snap through the legs, hit a little Allen Iverson there before he took off.
How did he hold on to that ball? That was wild. Looked like it went underneath his leg. Did it not?
He traps it on his hip, takes it between the legs.
Whoop.
You know how awesome that play would have been if he got the first
still
down?
Still got positive yardage out of it.
Nicely done, Amron Barrett. Not to panic there. Now, big 4th down. Come on, Bulldogs. Let's see you pick this up here. They got 2 yards to go. They go direct snap to Barrett.
Ooh, he's going to
backs
get
his
it.
way in, and nicely done. Clinton Central. It's the 1st down here. They'll move the chains. I believe that's their 3rd first down of the night.
Another good block by Menon.
Move those chains, move the clock as well. Menon, hands off inside, and Carroll was not fooled by that.
Number 4, Ayers. Read that one perfect.
We saw Shelley hit this against the Gophers and have a nice carry. Tonight, the Cougars, they were ready for that one. 3 guys converge on the ball right there. I don't know if he intended to fall down, if that was the fake.
I don't know.
Going to one guy or not. Looked like a potential setup
There's
play.
a whole lot of stuff going on in that play. I love it. That was it. I do like the move. Try to create, bring anybody to that side. Make it look like
it was such an exaggerated arm movement that I knew it looked like it was intentional. Right?
Makes me wonder if there was 2 snaps earlier in the night, that did go over the head that were bad snaps. So
3rd down and 9 now for Clinton Central. Menon going to roll out to his left, steps up in the pocket. He's going to be dragged down behind the line of scrimmage, loses some yardage on this one. I'll bring up 4th down and 11 now for Clinton Central. They were able to pick up that 1st down, and then 3 straight plays, Carroll stiffened and just pushed them back. You expect Menon to put the ball in the air here. He's made a couple of on-target throws tonight. We saw Barrett bring one in that he bobbled originally. One went through the hands of Luke Shelley that would have given him a 1st down earlier. They're going to throw a quick bubble screen and able to slip out is Barrett momentarily, but credit number 25 from Carroll for getting there. Bryson Jamison.
Read that one perfect. You watch him come through. Watches the quarterback. You can see him read the quarterback. Knows that he's going to throw out there in the flat. Makes his move. There'll be turnover and downs. Now you got to find a way to stop this Cougar team.
That's been a tough task here this evening so far.
To say the least, yeah.
They do bring the freshman back out under center. Reed Hayden, 6 foot 165 freshman. They hand it off.
Yankee on the carry.
Yankee able to carry that one forward.
Keller in on the tackle.
Get a nice pick up there on first down. Able to gain 7. Puts them in second and short.
Nice hard run.
Gets right up to the line to gain.
He may have got it.
Looks like the spot will be enough room there to make that happen. This portion of tonight's broadcast brought to us by Day and Ginda Funeral Home as we show you the replay here. They've got locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information, visit dayandginda.com, where we put family first. Handoff here, and again, 6-7 chunk yards almost every time they touch the football.
Yeah, just to drive into the front line. They're just blowing guys off the line.
Got goalie on the run.
Mason Scagnoli that time for the Cougars. They'll go back to number 4 now with Dixon Ayers.
Ayers on the carry. Stop by Menon.
Menon on the stop there from the Carroll Cougars. As you said, Ayers got the football, found a little bit of space, and then he comes up and makes the stop. That'll at least force a third down play here. They hand off once again.
Yakley with the run.
Yakley able to turn out positive yardage once again, and it's been running back by committee tonight for Carroll, but it shows you when you have a dominant offensive line like they do, and this isn't taken away from the running backs, they can literally install anybody back there, and as long as you follow the blocks,
right.
and you got some good vision, you're going to have some good runs.
Well, that's a nice job. That last play with number 57, pulling guard, comes out, and he sets it right there again. Misses block that time, but it was still going downfield blocking.
I think that's why Carroll's had such good success over these last few years, Pete, is what they've been able to do up front. I mean, they control the line of scrimmage.
And he really did miss the block that time. I guess he went inside on him, so he didn't really have anywhere to go. Knew that he's better off moving downfield. That line, again, has done just a fantastic job. I mean, they know the plays really well, really comfortable. You notice they don't have very many penalties, offensive penalties, no false starts. We haven't seen one of those yet. We saw 2 guys moving in the backfield.
You got a bunch of guys that are just using their size. They're pushing guys around. There's no reason to hold when you can just get a good push on somebody and kind of march them and put them where you need them to be. Cougars continue to get a first down. They continue to keep this drive alive here in the third quarter as we approach the 1-minute mark. See if Carroll can punch it in for their 7th touchdown of the evening.
Ooh, nowhere to go that time.
Got goalie on the keep.
Jordan Wolf, one more time in the backfield, disrupting some plays. See him get back here.
Second down and 14. See if Carroll runs another play here before the end of the third quarter. They will. They hand off. Yakeley going to have it down.
First picked up by Griffey.
Going to put this ball inside the 20-yard line down to around the 15. Another red zone opportunity here for the Cougars.
Yeah, a whole gang of Bulldogs that time. Griffey, number 27.
As the clock runs out here on the third quarter, Carroll still with that commanding lead, 42-0. No scoring in the third quarter there. We'll come back with the fourth and final right after this.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel fiber optic internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications offering the best gig in town. Sign up today at Mintel.net and experience the Mintel difference.
Fourth quarter on the ISC Sports Network, brought to us by our friends at the Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where they offer free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is on staff to help you with free pregnancy tests, prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, you name it. If it involves a pregnancy or a baby or education, just call Libby 659-6063 for more information. Carroll Cougars come out of the half. It's 3rd down and 9. They hand off to Yakeley.
Good job by the Bulldog defense that time, stepping up.
Again, what we say at the half, go win the next 24 minutes or play them even, right? And that's a win. That's a motivation thing for you going into next week if you are Clinton Central. They'll have a game against Delphi. It'll be at home. We saw the Gophers put it on Delphi last week on our network. It was a running clock game there. It surprised me a little bit how well Clinton Prairie came out and played in that one. They're going to need a similar performance like that next week to keep pace with Carroll.
Absolutely.
But for Clinton Central, you look at next week and you go, all right, this is a very winnable game. We're going to defend home turf. It's their last home game of the season. So I'm assuming for Clinton Central, they'll have their senior night festivities and things of that nature next week. Maybe they can use that as motivation, get themselves fired up and come out, have a nice send-off for these seniors that – I mean, it feels like we've called Creed Menon and Amron Barrett's names, especially those two,
absolutely,
for quite a few years now across the network. These guys have been in the starting lineups, part of the two deeps for 3 or 4 years on this varsity squad.
Great run there by Barrett. Again, he looks tired, man. They've been utilizing him a lot. Time he takes the direct snap.
Oh, they fumbled there at the end of that.
Didn't even see the ball come out.
I didn't see a signal either. It wasn't until the PA
see
just
anything.
announced the ball was loose.
Nothing thrown down on the ground.
So what's the end of this here is they get bunched up.
Oh, there it goes.
Yep, punched out.
Yep.
19 got it.
Wow. Good job on the camera.
Carter Altick.
Slowing it down right there.
Congratulations, Carter Altick on the forced fumble. Able to. It was the Peanut Tillman punch.
That's
right
what
there.
I'm saying. You're seeing. I'm seeing that in college a lot now, and well, you always seen it in pros, but I mean, even the pros are a lot more actually trying to do it.
It's the defender's way of saying, okay, you want to keep churning your feet and try to get a couple extra, then I'm going to try to knock this ball out. for Barrett that time, though. That was one of the better runs for him in the game. Unfortunate that he fumbled there at the end of it.
Open Barrett on the tackle.
You know, going back, I want to compliment Clinton Central. I mean, Creed Menon, Amron Barrett, Eli Gunderson, you know, some of these guys that are on this squad for them, these seniors, they embody what you want to see in football players. They show up every day. They work their tail ends off. They continue to do what the coaches want them to do. You got Levi Jacobs is another one. And there's not a ton of seniors on this squad. But the ones that they do have, they've meant a lot to this program over the last few years. Jordan Wolf's another one. A lot of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors that are getting significant minutes in a year like this. And that's going to bode well for their future.
Absolutely.
First down for the Carroll Cougars. They have the ball at the 3-yard line here, looking to punch it in. Reed Hayden trying to lead a scoring drive here for Carroll. Good job by the boys up front from Clinton Central to stuff that run.
Wow. Nice job by the running back to keep those legs turning and actually – I don't know if he turned it into a positive or not. You see he gets hit here. He's able to turn. Look at his legs turn. No, what a run.
Now, I would argue that forward progress was stopped way before
It probably was. Where did they mark it at?
But you love the effort, right?
But he's kind of going sideways, you know. I want to give it to him.
He's a freshman, man, 5'9", 135, Manchester. He came up with one of the fumble recoveries earlier off that. It was like a squib kick that turned into an onside kick.
Let's see if they got across the line there. Did he get in?
Dixon Ayers just short. Looks like he's around the 1-inch line.
See who they stick with in the backfield.
Ayers is saying, give me the ball back again, Coach. Let me finish this off.
I'm saying Hayden. Reed Hayden.
Quarterback keeper.
I'm saying Hayden, roll out. Beat everybody around.
Looks like Manchester's going to get the handoff here. That's my call.
He did.
They give it to Manchester. He pounds his way in, and he's got himself a touchdown.
That's some bully ball right there.
Congratulations, Anthony Manchester, the freshman. Getting the rushing touchdown here on this Friday night under the lights. Able to take a pretty good hit there in the middle and still keep falling forward for the touchdown. Now they look to add the extra point. This kick is good.
Got it.
That scoring drive from the Carroll Cougars brought to you by the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples, discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, the venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities, providing the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit the willowcreekbarn.com. They've got hot air balloons. They've got a mechanical bull. There's like some really cool old rustic trucks on the park or on the facility that you can get pictures taken in front of. One of them, they turned into a waterfall, Pete. The truck pumps water out of the back of it, out of the pond in front of the house. It comes out and like rolls down through the radiator and then cycles back through into the pond. It's very cool that they did it.
Did you get on the bull?
I did not get on the bull. I made a special request that the bull did not come out at our wedding because I knew that I would make a bad decision. I would succumb to peer pressure, and I literally got out of bed the other day and haven't been able to move my back. And I didn't do anything.
That bull might throw it back in for you.
No. I know better. Carroll Cougars will look to kick off here. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's been a dominant performance tonight for Carroll. They're rolling on their way to their fourth win of the season. Again, setting themselves up for a showdown next week against the Clinton Prairie Gophers. Need to look and see if I can find a Gopher score from this week.
Gunderson on their turn. Right down by Trent.
As the clock runs on this one. Obviously, the Gophers lost to Sheridan by a large margin, but they turned around last week and took care of business against the Delphi Oracles. Tonight, Clinton Prairie is trailing at Taylor 34-0. And that's kind of been what the Gophers have had so far this year. Unfortunately, in the games where their offense has showed up and they've put points on the board, their defense has shut the other team out. But on the flip side, they've been blown out a bunch too.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you're going to get with the Gophers. They either win big or lose big. There's not been any happy mediums in there. I think the loss to Frontier was their closest scoring affair, and I think they lost that one by like 20. So,
yeah.
Manchester with the tackle.
I can promise you this Cougar team's going to be ready to come in there.
Oh yeah,
they're going to be ready. They know what they got.
So Gophers, you wonder, is it the coin toss? Are you going to get heads or tails next week? Are you going to be the team that shows up and puts points on the board,
right,
and play some solid defense, or are you going to be the team that gets ran off the field? Because the Cougars are coming, and they've got that big line.
So one thing about the Gophers, like we both said this year, they do a really good job of they can run the ball and they can pass the ball. So they do a lot of,
they're very balanced.
Very balanced, yeah, as far as that goes. So that's one thing that, Clinton Central really doesn't have that passing game, and I think that Clinton Prairie does. So that might keep that game. I mean, that could might keep it tighter.
Yeah, the Gophers' gimmick this year, if you want to call it that, is they run two quarterbacks.
Yep.
And you don't know which one's coming out, and they'll switch it from play to play. And they both throw the ball. One's more of a running threat, but you can't just say, oh, well, this guy's in the game, we got to protect against the run today, because that's not necessarily true. But they're struggling at Taylor tonight, losing over there.
Trent and Stagnoli on the tackle. First down, Bulldogs.
For the Cougars, they're rolling. For Coach Betzner, he took over in 2021. He went 9-4 that year, won a sectional. Turned around the next year, went 11-2, won the sectional. Went 12-1 in 23, won the sectional. And last year, only lost one game. It was the final game of the season in that sectional final. And Clinton Central's going to get in. Kudos to them. They put together a really nice drive here on
touchdown Bulldogs.
What's probably going to be their final possession of the game.
Caleb Robinson, number 14, following the blockers right downfield. Good, strong run. Gets the Bulldogs on the board.
And there you go. Like we said, win the next 24, play them as even as you can. They punch it in for 2 here. They may just win the final 24 minutes.
Giving it to 14 again.
They got it.
Look
He
at that.
In. Put 2 more points on the board for Clinton Central. They get their first score of the night. That touchdown brought to you by Mulberry Telecommunications, where they want to be the first to welcome you to the fiber hood. With Mintel Fiber Optic Services, they offer super fast, reliable internet with gigabit speed, streaming TV packages, and voice solutions. Sign up today at Mintel.net or call 296-2885 for more information. And again, fiber optics available in Flora, Piermont, Bringhurst, Cutler, Ockley, Owasco, all that Carroll County area up there, and expanding even out into some of the rural territory. So if you're interested, if you're looking for a better provider, if you're unhappy with the current one, let's say you had a scenario where you had some trouble with your phone or your internet, and you call them and they tell you it's going to be 2 weeks before I can get to you.
Ouch.
That doesn't happen with Mulberry Telecommunications. Most outages are fixed the exact same day. So do yourself a favor. Go to Mintel.net. Go with the local company, the local guys, the local faces that are right here in the same community that we live and work in. 49-8 your score. 2:05 on the clock. Clock does stop on scoring plays, even though it's a running clock scenario. I want to thank all of our sponsors here on the ISC Sports Network that allow us to bring these games to you all throughout the week. We've had 2 or 3 volleyball matches this week, so we get a flag here, Football Friday night. Tomorrow we got college football headed your way on the network. Selection Sunday just around the corner for both volleyball and football here at the IHSAA level. For Carroll to win tonight, that'll give them 28 wins all time against Clinton Central. 2 of those 28 wins came in postseason play. These teams have met there a few times. They're not in the same sectional this year. We talked about that earlier. Clinton Central's in sectional 46 with the likes of Sheridan, Clinton Prairie, Tinley out of Indianapolis, Cloverdale, and others. Carroll in a really tough sectional this year, in my opinion. They got Frontier, Pioneer, Carroll, and Taylor that are all the teams that have got to be the odds-on favorites. All those teams above 500 playing really good football. Taylor's getting ready to get their 5th win tonight against the Gophers. Carroll's going to improve to 4-2, and I'm sure I haven't seen a Frontier or Pioneer score yet, but unless they're playing each other, they probably got wins tonight as well, as they've been rolling this season. Come out. That was the final play of the game as they'll wrap things up here from Carroll High School. The final 10 seconds tick off. Teams will head out. They'll shake hands. Pete, your final thoughts on this victory here from the Carroll Cougars?
Just a dominant victory here by the Carroll Cougars. I mean, they came in from the first play of the game all the way to the last here, just taking care of business, offensively, defensively, both. Just an impressive win by those guys tonight.
A lot of players we could have picked from, and you could give the entire offensive and defensive line from Carroll the player of the game, but we went with Emery Deaton, number 1, man. 58-yard touchdown scamper, a 58-yard scamper that didn't get him in the end zone, and then he had like a 38-yard pass completion at one point in time down the field. He just played really, really well.
Absolutely, and I think if this game was closer, we probably would have seen a whole lot more of Mr. Deaton. But they were able to get him out early, rest him up for next week. But there's another one of those catches there. Again, they try to tackle him up by the shoulders. You're not going to bring him down up there. You got to get that guy low. He's just a beast. Watch this little stutter step. Oop.
And then, boom, took it to the house. So Deaton, an offensive firepower tonight, also a defensive gem as well. He leads the team in tackles coming into tonight, and we saw him make some great plays on defense as well. So congratulations to him. He is our Frankfort Eagles player of the game. Tonight's game was brought to you again in parts by Day and Genda Funeral Home, where they put family first. Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town. The Frankfort Eagles, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. For our entire ISC crew, for Elijah Mash, Adam Clendenny, Tony Stewart, and Pete Gasho, I'm Sean Walker. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Make sure you come back to the network tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Watch some college football from DePaul.
Day and Genda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your